These beats are the purest.
I will never forgive you!
These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
Lil Big on the mic, coming at you live on Christmas. This is my one shot, you already know I can't miss. Come to the show, look for the flow, you already know. Shoot like a bow, lyrics so sharp, hit my foes. Riding the toes, smile gonna glow. Like them Christmas lights, red, blue, yellow, and green. This might be your winter rap, but look out, I'ma bring the heat. Had to leave my brother, spend some time with my families. Got so many gifts, maybe there are some new jammies. Good Once the song drops, all the other rappers out of sight. Gave up that press life, got me dropping back to earth. Land on my stacks, Benjamin. Speaking of Gert, Santa ain't the only one coming. I got the shotties flocking. Hoes all so bad, but colon all they stocking. Ugly sweats and eggnog, top of my game. Got the earthy drip so wet, ice in the wrist, so emergency. He knows when I be sleeping, he knows when I'm awake. Sees me never rest, man, I got too much at stake. Hear that sleigh land on the roof after I raise it. Guess the party's over now, Melinda making that big fit. Out the honeys, make the monies, ain't no snow, cause we're sunny. Hope these cookies I made Santa, well, hope they ain't crummy. Put them on the table on that real fine china. Mrs. Claus can't like that figure, huh? Gotta remind her, she can visit the crib anytime. No, I ain't no baby, wait, I don't need a MILF. Barsley saved me. Anyway, hear that chimney creaking, I'm be peeking, see if Santa got that gift that I've been seeking. Been a good boy, I've been treating those to the other side. Always wanna mess with us, see their name on that naughty list. They got cold trust, sleep with one eye open, all I see is that big man drinking on my skim milk. For that, I cannot stand out of the bed, making that bread. What can be said? He's about to be dead. I'm Carr, cause I got cred. Give him that bear hug, call me Ted. E is all he says as he hits the flow. Got me out of breath, but I ain't gonna drop this flow. Took a look in the bag, I heard it's magic. What I lay my eyes on, man, it's real tragic. Santa brought me that gift, my feelings you couldn't console. Brought me that new game for the wrong console. Damn. We out. Gift wrap. Little bit coat. Regular Jake 55 on that beat. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Peace.
beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it. These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
Hello everybody and welcome into the Aurora Overwatch class. We have finally figured out the situation. We had an MIA player for the side of the Cancun Coconuts, but as of right now we do have the runner coming in, so we can finally start this game only 15 minutes 18 seconds after the production started. So hello everybody, I am your playcaster Booney and also your colorcaster today, Booney. It is a solo caster on the main channel. RiddleDog has instead gone to bigger and greener pastures, looking at the other again, Munich Mice going up against the what is the other team? The Tortuga Team 2. Yes, so that game is going over on the Tiller Rose channel. We shall see how that one turns out. Hopefully it's a little more exciting than this one is so far, 15 minutes in. But we will hopefully get into our first map of Coliseo here. Of course, the Cancun Coke is coming in after a pretty stellar defeat last week, 0-3, against the Washington Overwatch team. We've got to drop a map this season. And the Roseville Raiders 2 is still seeking out that first win. Almost got it last week, but couldn't quite pull it off. But a new week, new teams. This match seems to be pretty close, honestly, on paper. Roseville Raiders, I think, playing above their expected power ranking standards at the beginning, and Cancun Coke perhaps playing a bit lower. But hopefully with the subs here on both sides, both teams can play a stellar match for us. But moving in here on to Coliseo, this is where you can expect to see that Gordo Reinhardt composition come in for the Cancun Coconuts as well. Fort Nerves Custer on lockdown. Well, okay, fine, Riddle. Yeah, sure, you can hop in if you want. I'm fine. We'll see. I'll join production if you're there. We'll go with it. A bit too far here for Cat. Gordo can't really capitalize on that, but the positioning has been taken. Here's Angel finds opening pick on, etc. A good start here right now for the Cancun Coconuts. Verdun tries to capitalize here on the picks for this aggressive style, but Cactus little too elusive. Cat finally killing the Pro. Just 2 picks here for Cancun. It looks like they are going to get this here. Roseville Raiders looks to be sent packing as Cat is pushing the bot slowly forward, and Cancun takes the early advantage in Coliseo. It appears RiddleDog has joined me in the caster room, but he's not quite in the game yet. So he can't really describe what happened in that fight. But if we looked at it,
very
it was
well
just
played.
It was just Angel getting an opening pick. That's really all I need to know.
Classic.
Exeter falls early here yet again, but Kevin Tua does have the resurrect here on this Mercy, but you're not in the right spectator area, I believe.
I'm around. I'm here. I'm good.
No, now you're in the right spot. But Angel again's gonna find Etc. So that Widow being down here, there's just not much pressure here on Gordo right now. The Reinhardt will just walk forward and be very aggressive. Angel is just dominating right now on the Sojourn duel. No ult really building up. Is very much over on the cast here, potentially put more pressure on the Gordo, but nothing really happening here. Angel has the overclock to get an opening pick here. Gordo gets a pin on Kevin Toyota. It is a 1-for-1 on supports right now, and the spawn is advantage for Roseville, but Angel able to get that with a last-second headshot. The Shadow comes down, locks Purple Juice down to the floor. However, still very nice and healthy is that horse, but going very weak. Cap can't quite get the healing in, etc. Can't find the angles as well. And Cancun look to get butt scratch and look to take this fight. And Roseville are sent packing yet again. And these staggers could be devastating if they don't get out alive.
Whoa.
Oh!
Wait. Picks going inside of the Roseville Raiders.
I mean, finally, yes, but the bot does start pushing back butt scratch here, so... Not the worst part. That's just kind of like a feed into the enemy team spawn to get the butt scratch past the checkpoint. You had that advantage now going forward here in the rest of the game.
Yeah, you do see almost every ult coming online for the Roseville Raiders. Wow. Only 3 for the Cancun Coconuts as a very early comes up from Kev.
They get to Kasuni rush here, but the wall is nice from Cat. Locks off Iridium. No shot, never mind. Iridium finds a shot through the wall. Cat falls. The wall's not good enough, and here comes a Terror Surge off from Purple Jesus. Finds Angel, and that's going to be good enough. As the window was invested very late there from Flip Flop, but just nothing really coming out of it. Don't know how that High Noon got through the wall so quickly. It must have broken just in time for Iridium to get that shot through.
That's crazy focus fire from the Raiders, able to break that wall and just able to pick off Cat before being able to use the Blizzard, where they're able to run this corner here.
We do have Etc. here with the sights. Cat's in a really awkward spot right now. Cat looking to go aggressive here on the Widowmaker, but never mind, Angel's there in the crossfire, and they get that pick off onto Etc. They're not going to get the res either. Kevin Toyota's in a very awkward spot. The Shadow comes down, but I believe got stunned out of it. Does not matter, as Angel has found 3 this fight. And yeah, the bot will stop right there about at the crossfire, and Gordos just says Arisa, because I believe he got javelined out of his shatter, so yeah, I feel the pain.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us, you know, so I can't blame Gordo.
It appears Gordo was trying to ego Purple Jesus by asking for an autograph. I do not think PJ has taken him from this offer so far. Red Cat's looking for perhaps a boop. It's going to knock Viridium down. A nice boop from Red Cat as we caught that on camera. And Jamie using Immortality Field for Viridium. A great sportsmanship moment there from Jamie on the ringer, but doesn't seem to matter. They're going to go super aggressive here in the backline. Gordo just swinging, no shield needed here, walking down this Widowmaker. Finds 2, finds the Widow and the Mercy. And Purple Jesus just walking the backline. They get 2, and the spawns are here for Roseville, so they could turn. This bot is still pushing, however. So you're going to take this, if you are the Cancun Coconuts, they just can't kill Gordo. He's probably going to ask for another autograph. And a very desperation immortality field by Jamie there. Does she know the fight is lost? Does she know Riddler emoji? I don't know, Riddler picture, but... And Etc. swept her to the Sombra here off of the Widowmaker.
Playing a lot of the Sombra as of late. I think even during like the first couple matches, he's been practicing it, so... I do see how it come on for Cat, as Cat still has yet to use that Blizzard with that
Oh, it's a big shatter from Gordon. Knocks down 2, but the healing is from Kevin Toyota. Shatter finds nothing. Pro just found Red Cash in the backline, and the hack is there on the Gordo. Keiko super aggressive on the Blizzard from Cat. So that's 2 ults and no value gains. Purple Jesus goes aggressive on this horse, finds 4. And that comes down to just surviving that with the good scene rush and the healing from Kevin Toyota, surviving that Gordo shatter.
Yeah, you do see Eterna was distracting Cat for a lot of that time, and then Cat gets the fight late and not able to get a good Blizzard off to fling it off their chest, but as they only come in with Widow here versus Foul kind of.
A nice early window out from Flip Flop up on the high ground. They force out the back from Kevin Toyota, but there's just a lot of healing down. The wall not quite going to lock on anybody here. Gordo charging the back, but Angel has already done the damage. That's 2 kills there. here coming in from the Cancun Coconuts, and that's probably going to be good enough to break this bot back in their favor. It comes back to that first fight win here on Coliseo. They got so much progress. They can just play this middle ground and just wait for the fight to come to them and just not worry about really getting too much progress from here on out.
It's so rough just to try to get back from a loss like that. You have to win so many fights in a row. It's very difficult, especially with that high ground with the bridge. But it's a good thing they only use Valve, because now they have both DPS helps coming online with the Lucy as well.
Viridium has his high noon here, but etc. with the EMP will look to lock it down. Locks down 4 people. It's a big one. And it looks like the picks have already come through as Gordo falls. Viridium is in a really awkward spot, but has found Angel on the flank. It's now the cast one-on-one, and Viridium finds the one. Did get Kef for his trouble. Did Kef for her troubles, but yeah, Angel sent packing there by Viridium. And, I mean, they use EMP, and you're walking a lot of ults here for the other side.
Yeah, I mean, they only use the MP, so that's good. They didn't have to use High Noon, and they do have the Roseville coming online, but they just gotta wait for Cap to come back, as Angel tries to put them all back, especially High Noons.
She does use that high noon force out. Purple G's in a awkward position, but here comes a Terror Surge! And that's about as awesome as Terror Surge gets, ladies and gentlemen. Best ult in the game. Dies almost immediately while casting it. Very unfortunate. And sent packing yet again. Roseville Raiders can't quite find the ground here to take control of the bot for very long, as they just keep getting pushed back here. And if any more staggers come through, it's going to be pretty dusting. Gordo might have found somebody here. Cap has to TP out.
Viridium finds Flip-Flop. Almost taking her down. Takes her down.
Does take her down. The shatter comes through from Gordo. Finds nothing, I believe. A fortified Purple Jesus standing in the way. Blocks that shatter. The pin comes through. The Purple Jesus gets Risa kind of out of the fight with the Gazino Rush in exchange. It is a 1-for-1. The trade on the boop and the magnetic grenade. But that is 2 here for Cat. Is still alive. Has the block on the point. Staying alive for just long enough here. Trying to go up against Viridium. But Viridium has the Suzu in time to keep the cast alive in this fight. Kef with a well-timed Suzu keeps the cast up and standing. Gordo falls very weak here. Is anybody going to push the bot back?
Nope. they just now realized Peter's there.
That might be a blunder, though, because the fight will be able to come very early here for the Cancun Coconuts.
Yeah, early coming out from Campus. Viridium still gets taken down. They're just not able to keep up. The first time they're here, they're waiting for Kev to come back, and they're pushing way too far. Now they're waiting for PJ.
Angel's found 2! She is just dominating right now, just walking forward and pressing left click on the enemies. I don't know what else to say.
Actual point-and-click adventure.
Playing Oregon Trail for the Commodore 64. I don't understand any old gaming consoles I can think of, but Angel going very good here with Gordo, trying to take the space for the high ground again into control. Rekkai is looking for a bit of a boop. Jamie Ellis off angle, but it's just no second to do. Gordo just pinned a point, and Kim and Toda falls very weak here, but just in time to keep him alive. A nice beat, and the EMP cancels the beat out from Red Cactus, if only on the Cat. The pin comes through on the Pro Jesus, though. Pro Jesus flying for the shatter goes through, but I think it just got one on Shadow. The wall somehow from Cat blocked. Most Roseville falling to that one, but it doesn't seem to matter. The picks are there, and the Cancun Coconuts continue to walk forward, continue to take progress here on the bot. Started falling very late there, and Gordo goes for a bit of a competitive crouch there on the Sombra character.
Oh,
And Viridium falls to their own magnetic grenade. And yeah, this is just desperation mode right now. Jamie has the window.
The best ult in the game.
They have Terror
Sorry,
Surge. Here it comes! The Terror Surge! Break lamp! Break lamp! Yay!
Wait, Viridium finds Cactus.
Potentially turnable here, but the blizzard from Cat is huge. Locks on all the remaining numbers. Cat just melting him down through the blizzard. And that's gonna be all they wrote there. As the Cancun Coconuts take our first map of Coliseo.
There. The Raiders weren't able to completely group up, it seemed, a lot of the time. They're always waiting on like Cat or PJ or whatever, and weren't able to get a really good fight, so they just got picked off so early.
Yeah, just some I think good picks from Angel. I think she made the swap off of that Sojourn onto the cast and just really kind of dominated from there. So once they made those swaps, I think the Broadcom just worked in their favor. But we are heading into our next map. Which one is it going to be? I guess have to wait and see on our side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
beats are the purest, prove it.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second map of the Cancun Coconuts versus the Roseville Raiders 2, as the EJ. Well,
Did we lose you for a sec?
I don't know. I didn't. That was weird. Yeah, I'm back.
I just heard we're in a blizzard where we're PJ, and then you just went off into the nether regions.
It's like my internet didn't die, but it just DC'd me.
Well, at least
Something, I
you're
don't know.
back.
I'm back, but PJ and the gang have chosen Blizzard World as their map, as PJ is teasing the Reinhardt while Angel was under the Zarya comp.
I mean, Blizzard World's an interesting choice, right? Because we saw it last time I saw the Cancun Coconuts play, and they really had no response. I believe it was against Washington Overwatch team. Or no, it was actually Junkyard Dogs. They were pretty good on the defense on A, then B and C kind of fell apart, but they had no answer for the Frugal's Doomfist on A attack, and they were well held, so... Honestly, if you are the Roseville Raiders, you must have done your homework somewhat by taking them here. I also think PJ might have a bit of PTSD from the last time you saw Angel on King's Row, the Pushins and the Imps. So I think
That's fair.
I think they saw the flanking Reinhardt enough from Angel and just not take him there. Now they're going to Blizzard World. A different look from them. Angel on the Zarya, a new look from them on this map as well. So new look on both sides, honestly.
Yeah, you see Elliot sticking out in that Sombra character as Viridium goes over to the Bastion. But you do see Red Cactus on his signature Hanzo character he's known for. Well, Viridium's caught out main. Is he able to get picked off? He is by Red Cactus. It looks like Angel is going to be hacked up by etc. here, but trying to poke down. Panini goes super aggressive onto the Mei, but Red Cactus and Cat are just able to clean up.
I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world, because you did get 49.5% on the point, right? So you did get a free tick, basically, for really nothing after you lost Viridium in basically the first open seconds of the fight. Viridium is going to swap over on the Soldier. I like the pick a lot more than the Bastion, especially when you don't turret form in the middle of nowhere against a Hanzo. Not the best, but I think the Exterminator Windmaker could honestly get some value here with the bubbles being the only really use of shield, so if they're looking for an opening pick here, I think that cracks Blizzard World right open. Could probably capture point A. It's up to Angel to get a well-timed bubble. Flip-flop is in the back right now.
It's just in.
And she might get the...
Oh,
that's disgustingly awful!
That's very bad. As the rest of the team is going to be rushing on to Angel, but Panini does fall to Angel as she's so high charge. Is it even? Is it a 2v2? It is. The DPS, but etc. is still 1. Iridium dies.
Oh my god, they chase Angel and Zarya instead of turning around for the Brig who's all alone. So Cash is able to get the free proc on the Inspired Image and just keep Angel alive through all that pressure. Purple Jesus now investing in the Shatter. Panini falls early as well. It's just, oh, there is no DPS help either. They weren't going to kill the Zarya there with the Brig. And oh god, it's all
That
falling
is
apart.
not good. They do have Rally though.
Especially when you get the
And as
opening
well as
pick,
Dragon.
you should just go hyper-aggressive here. Now here comes Angel.
Yeah. The team's still split. The Panini does manage to get onto the for a second, as it sort of does get the pick on the Red Cactus, but it's too little too late, as Cat is going really aggressive with the Rally, drops onto etc. As, yeah, etc. dead. PJ's in though.
That's a punish.
Cat does
That's a
die.
punish.
Flambeau, they're punishing. They got the punish this time. They just got to be careful.
That's some overheating.
Erika. They got it.
Neither of these teams want to win. that's what I'm seeing in this map so far. Cat, I respect the confidence, but you are a solo Brig trying to play distance against a Widowmaker. Perhaps not the best idea.
Blizzard.
They use Blizzard and it locks down
PJ's
one,
frozen.
but they gotta touch the point, which they do.
They do. The wall just managed to escape. PJ. Angel does manage to cancel the visor as Kitsune Arch comes up from Kev. Early Suzu too, as Panini's trying to get his beat on as soon as possible. Beat doesn't manage to catch etc., but the Venomine still gets it. Huge shatter too.
Oh, and Angel steps up for just 1 second and they lose the point. I will again go back to neither of these teams want to win this map. That was a lot of ults used. Honestly, it was a good read contest there from the side of the Cancun Coconuts. They used the Blizzard. Jambo able to get enough value off that to lock it down. They just can't quite get the kill on a Purple Jesus, stay alive, build that shatter. Angel will have Minefield here. If Angel got one more shot or two in on that next fight, she probably would have got Minefield. They probably could have won that fight. So honestly, just I think the wall from Flambeau also blocked Angel's read contest. So potentially a bit of miscommunication as a re-engage here comes in from Angel very early. Burden falls low.
Yeah, an early slam onto Viridium, but it's able to be healed up as Angel waiting for the rest of the sun to come online. There's the minefield, but a really nice bubble and Suzu from the side of the Raiders are able to mitigate as they just walk forward out of the mines.
What is
A
this
nice
DPS
slam from
card?
Angel. Panini almost falls, but DPS are exchanged on both sides as Angel tries to look aggressive on it, etc., but the core line is there. Panini does manage to fall, flip-flop an Angel. As Red Cactus is in as well.
This is
Flip-flop balls.
messy. I do not envy you as a player of the caster for this map right now. This is very messy. There's a very scrappy, I should say, not messy. Messy's derogatory. This is scrappy. Yeah, I mean the team's kind of taking like 5 fights, 5 1-on-1s it seems. But Angel's playing Wrecking Ball, so Angel's able to win these 1v1s very convincingly. You know, Flambeau falls very early,
another
but
mines.
you have why is Flambeau on May with a Wrecking Ball? By the way, that's the biggest question. I'm guessing that should be a swap on their next death, but Red Cactus on the Tracer will be enough help, and they find Panini early.
Panini, no one's there to help Panini as he tries to solo push up high ground. But Angel managed to find it, but Kef already uses so Viridium falls low and it dies to Cat's Orbs of Destruction. Clean up from the side of the Cancun Coconuts with no ults to use as they're coming up on all 5.
And yeah, they're going to have 5 ults here. This is going to be a really tough push through. It's 45 seconds remaining. You can't build the EMP in time. You honestly take a quick fight here, see if they can't die quick on card or patch you to get a pick. Because you're going into 5 ults, you're probably not going to win. Maybe you can continue rush into point here with a rally, maybe a rally instead. Force out an ultimate or 2, and see if you can't prolong the fight long enough
Early
to get your ult in time!
Also,
1 for 1 though.
they traded.
Trans out of the fight.
Really good.
And you have
But
Primal.
Viridium was so far in.
PJ has Primal though, they can just if they can just stabilize on cart.
Oh, Kef falls. As PJ does look just stall out with that front right as soon as possible, try to get something, but with all the ults and everything, with the schmoves, unable to get anything with Lambo getting a Blizzard to clean up the rest of the team. Kev tries his best on the Lucio, but Zoo. Yeah, that's gonna be it. As they just clean up the team here, though. So it's gonna be difficult for the Raiders to possibly defend with this ball count that they may come out on, but it's doable.
I mean, we did see on their last time playing this match, we did see the Cancun Coconuts fail to capture point A of Blizzard World, so I guess you got past that hurdle. If you can just full hold them again, you theoretically win the map, but that comes back to the Red Cactus had a really nice pulse bomb, hit PJ with it, then PJ standing still, but Panini was already there, had no bash to get away from him, so find that pick on the Brigida who had Rally. It's a pretty big one, honestly. That was definitely a fight-winning ultimate there. You had 5 to use, but that was the one that you only needed to use that. You did lose Cat as well, so didn't have the trance, so just couldn't find the picks at the end. The Kuzin Rush, just simply too much healing, outlived the PJ Promo Rage, and really just kind of desperation there at the last second. And they really had no answer for the Angel Ball. Angel, she went very aggressive on this Wrecking Ball. Got some big pile drives through, some big swings, just really finding so much value. And then, you know, I questioned the Blizzard, or I questioned the Mei with the ball, and every single wall I saw basically blocked Angel from rolling into them, so I don't think that was the combo they wanted, but it did work out in the end, because just it allowed Flambeau to be super aggressive and just kind of be a brawly 1v1 character against either Panini or Kef on the support line. Flambeau's able to get 1 pick or 2, so you see a swap over out in the Sombra. I like that selection. They're probably expecting perhaps a ball in response to the Angel Wrecking Ball, but if you can build EMP, you basically win point A. And you gotta get like 10 meters on point B. So yeah. I think there's building up towards 2 fight wins here. So if you can build 2 EMPs, you're probably good enough to win this point and send us to a match point.
Yeah, you do see the turret DPS line coming out with the Torbenson match with the Orisa, Kiriko, and Brigas. They are also expecting a ball. They're correct about in that sense. As you see Flambeau going over from the Sombra to the Reaper once he knows that they have an Orisa and not a ball.
I don't like that swap, honestly. I would prefer the Sombra.
Angel's going in, though. Angel's going in as Red Cactus comes out from the side. And Flambeau's just in. He TP'd in. Early Suzu from Kef. And Flambeau's just dog walking in the rest of the team. They finally start to shoot him, so yeah, he's able to wraith out. But Angel swinging around. A very greedy slam as they already used their adaptive shields. And Flambeau TP's behind. Gets the mini and challenges, etc.
Shotgun, shotgun!
Huge boop. Huge boop by Panini.
And yeah, the swap comes in from Angel over onto the Reinhardt. A good swap against the Torbjorn and the Symmetra. There's not too much he can do or she can do on the Wrecking Ball. But Reinhardt will have some problems as well. If we need to see Cat swap around the Lucio. There you go. Full team swap is coming through here. And you know, you didn't waste too much time. You wasted 1 fight. So you'll have time to build ultimates here. Not too late for it. But you look at the outback building up here for the Roseville Raiders. They have a lot of defense here coming up. They have the Molten Cord. They have those Terror Surge as well. The Rally as well as this basically continuous. They have 4 else coming up here. Viridium not really doing too much in terms of damage, but just being a nuisance with the turrets. And Flambeau, I don't really like the Reaper swap, but perhaps with the Reinhardt it will work a lot better because with the Wrecking Ball it's pretty tough to dive in, but I like this pick here with the Reinhardt instead.
Angel manages to catch out at sort of super early as Kef looks to use that Kitsune Rush, and PJ is just in Angel's face. Panini makes sure to stabilize and be able to with that rally, as they're not able to catch everyone because they're on the high ground.
Flambeau's still behind him. I don't know if they know that he's here. They don't.
I didn't even know. They know now. He started.
But I mean, he forced out Suzu. That's a win.
Yeah, he did right there. He's able to get the mini as he's coming up early on the Death Blossom. So he might be able to surprise them there. Red Cactus is able to use that. That's a crazy Terror Surge. Angel does manage to find Panini. Javelin on the Flambeau. The god Risa himself is back. Flip flop behind. It's gonna reset. Yeah, there she comes. She's taking this from.
I mean, as good as their defense was, this is a disgustingly awful attack. I'm sorry. Like, they have really no coordination, and they have 2 ringers, so I can't be too like, oh, why aren't you doing this correctly? Because they have 2 ringers. But I mean, still, it's just a bit unfortunate. You know, not waiting for cooldowns like the Javelin to cancel your Reaper ult. Not getting a position for an overclock when the Symmetra has a wall up. It's kind of a miscommunication, I think, on all these ultimates here. Now they have nothing. They have Shatter, they have Window, but you're walking into Molten Core, which is very good for defense here.
I mean, it could be
possible. Oh no! What a shutdown!
The Shatter does find PJ after a sleep from Panini, but Nice Susu's able to wake him up, but Flip Flop does find Panini. PJ manages to take down
Oh!
Kef, but another charge kill. Kef falls, no, Nice, falls so low to a nice Fire Strike. That's it.
Angel just took matters in her own hands. That's it. She just said, I'm winning this map. I'm winning this point. And she said, they have not won the map yet. If they play like they have been playing, it's not a guarantee by any means. But she said, I'm winning this point. 2 huge charge kills, canceling the ultimate here, getting both DPS down, and then fitting the final swing over onto Kef. A really nice play.
Yeah.
But now, less than 3 minutes remaining here. And there's really no big fight-winning ultimates here in this composition. You know, you could potentially build towards like a beat and a high noon, but there's going to be responses here from the side of the Roseville Raiders, and they control high ground here. It's going to be pretty tough to push in. They had to get
Window Fire Strike.
They had to get one there. They did not.
Iridium falls so low. It's just because of the 225 health that she has, as well as etc. But he does fall. A big beat up from Cat, trying to press their advantage. Angel finds Viridium still. They just need to reset. Actually, no, they can't. The payload needs to go right there.
Another terror surge. That's it.
And that's it with the Shatter and the High Noon just to secure it in case someone manages to touch them out.
And that was, you know, like you needed that one pick, like I was saying, like, oh, how are you going to open this up? Well, the window fire strike was good enough to get Viridium very low. And what that did is it pushed them back a little bit once Viridium got super weak and allowed Angel to just charge in and get a pick. So that's really all you needed. It's unorthodox by all means, and just, yeah. The Gobble Reset does show up a little bit here. And it was just kind of like, if you got an extra 10 or so meters on your attack, could you potentially have won that? And so Roseville Raiders brought it close there at the end on their defense, but again, just not enough. It's kind of been the story of their entire season so far. Hopefully they can bring back the rest of the series.
Yeah, they're looking to try to start a reverse sweep here, so it all depends on this one map choice here as well. Surely they won't go something like Havana or Circuit or Junkertown with etc. on the team, as well as Viridium, which is a crazy good hit scan too. So it all depends on this next map choice.
And we'll see what that map choice is after this break.
These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
Welcome back. In possibly the last map between the Cancun Coconuts and the Roseville Raiders 2, as PJ, I didn't DC this time, he decided to choose Rialto for his team. Surprisingly, not a complete sniper map like any of the three that I listed, but it'll be interesting.
I'm honestly just surprised that they actually knew the map type. They didn't, chat. But I mean,
They're
yeah,
clueless.
I think PJ, after playing this league for like 15 years, still doesn't know the map rotation. Bit questionable from him, but I mean, he's a champion. Kiss the ring. Thankfully, it's not a champion of remembering what map type it is. But you look at the pick here. Rialto is very brawl heavy, and the new look out here right now from the side of the Cancun Coconuts with Angel over on this support instead of the DPS in this brawly comp and this brawly style. So we'll see if there's a real difference here with Angel not being on that, because Angel, she was kind of that driving force, that prying javelin, I guess if you want, that broke open their attack on Coliseo, and look at this very aggressive hold. They're at doors.
What is this?
It's swag mode. This is actually swag mode.
It is. Will they see them?
They don't. But the counter pin is there! But it's not good enough.
It's not a lamp out from flip-flop, as looks like the supports are pushed back into spawn. Jason's managed to get out, but Etc. does find Angel. The Red Cactus doesn't even have the conch mine just to get up there in time. So he just has to like smash his head into PJ and try to blow him up. But he's not able to, his Radium's behind him. Gordo does find Etc. and push him off the map. Does manage to find PJ too. They already have Shatter!
And they're still here. They're still holding the doors. PJ was able to read that pin. There's just two left.
There's two left. And
just back to the first corner. They use
Nah,
lamp?
they have Shatter. It's fine. Flip-flop falls.
What is happening?
Shatter up the path.
That isn't good.
Angel, very aggressive, but I mean, she can lose it. Just alright wherever and get out.
Yeah, she's still
I'm not worried about it. Surely. Yeah, it's fine.
But what happened now is you get the first corner of your defense, which we're usually a lot of defenses on Rialto like to hold, so you're in a really weird spot. You flip flop again!
That's a huge pick from Peridium, as they only have Angel for the healing. Gordo going super aggressive despite this fact. Enough burst damage to take down Purple Jesus, but Viridium still finds Red Cactus 2 picks this time, as Kep is just caught out main. They did it, chat. They managed to win the fight. Now they're gonna hold first corner again.
Yeah, they're able to get that first corner again. Like, I mean, it was almost disastrous when you got an early pick. Angel's gonna go down early here though, and the wall is used. They have really no defense utility here for the corner, but a nice window could turn it back.
Purple Jesus not close enough to any corners or walls, so he just falls due to the firepower from the window. It's going to go super aggressive again, and he's with the help of Angel and Fluff picking up.
Bright side here for the Roseville Raiders. You have 5 ults, so you could potentially open it up. Angel is again going very aggressive here. She is still alive though, however. Both Ryans are going to have Shadow. The Blizzard comes in here. It's going to lock down Purple Jesus!
Frozen. Kevin's waited with a very late beat, but Viridium is able to pick up Red Cactus before he uses that tire as Etc. picks off the other DPS. Viridium is just on flip-flop, tracking her at the very least to stop everyone's antics. He's in their spawn again! He's in their spawn! He was charged.
And they're getting the kills. This is...
They got the kills! Gordo!
The power of anime and friendship for the Roseville Raiders can only take you so far here. This is quite the stomping here on their map choice. They used 2 ults there. They swap over onto the casting instead of the Junkrat, which could be big for opening up these corners. But Red Cactus has a tire behind and is looking to drop it down. The Beef Angel is well to keep just herself alive, and there's Purple Jesus just not allowed to play.
He's not having a lot of fun this map, I must say. Whether it's just Gordo charging in his face.
Hey, there's Gordo again.
The corner. There goes Gordo.
Oh, what a wall from Cat! That's huge!
Yeah, it is. That's a huge beat from Angel. The Shatter finds nothing from PJ. Angel managed to find 2.
I'm not much of a prognosticator, but this is over. I usually try to keep things, you know, like a positive, like, oh, they can do this. This is no, this
It's
ain't
possible. Look, etc. with the visor.
Oh.
Window. He gets flip flop, but is there anyone able to touch? Purple
Get
Dude's
both
able to
supports.
touch.
I mean, I guess I spoke it too soon. PJ slams in.
Well, I guess you did. The one time you think they're down on their luck.
Remember when I said I'm not a prognosticator? That's why. I'm never right.
Yeah, with a huge kunai visor from the side of the Raiders versus that window is just outputting so much damage as Angel's just on, etc. Forces him out, but no kills able to be gained as Gordo does manically charge in again. A nice lane for PJ, but Angel's still able to find etc. as Gordo's looped into Kevin Toyota and kills him.
Oh no.
PJ does find flip flop, but is that all that they have? Viridium and PJ are still alive with the blizzard. You may want to think that's it. Yep.
Well, they don't call him Purple Jesus for nothing. The imposter among us is actually Purple Jesus knocking Gordo into his team so the hammer swings can land. But here's positive swing on it. A lot of teams might have some trouble pushing through that first corner. You know, perhaps you can hold it. Rialto is a very defensively favored map, especially on point A. So if you can get Exetus up on any sight lines on the Widowmaker, on the casts, just the long range hit scan, potentially holdable here. But just the aggression and confidence coming out from the Cancun Coconuts, there's just really no answer for it right now.
The Coconuts are just, like you said, the Coconuts are just oozing confidence right now. Gordo just charging in, balls to the wall, just completely in their head.
Well, it wasn't balls to the wall until the last fight. It was actually PJ into the wall a lot of times. But go ahead.
True. You do see etc. on the Hanzo, which he is not known much for. Not known mainly for those long-range hit scan and just the hit scan in general. But
I mean,
over to the
potentially going to
CPS.
Hanzo to try to keep himself alive a little better. Hanzo has a little more survivability in terms of the wall climb and the jumping with the double jump against Angel's Lucio. Perhaps that's the change, but the swap's coming through. Angel going to be over on the Mercy with Cat and the Pharah. So a new look entirely from the
Gordo on the hog.
Coconuts here.
Surely he won't try to look for a hook off the map. But it doesn't matter because the Roseville Raiders are playing so far back around the corner he can't get it.
Oh, Cat's lining him up.
Ugh. Gordo
So much
walking.
space.
Donk walking down mid. Hook is not able to connect onto anyone, but he's just pelting damage into PJ.
Oh, etc.
That does fall due to a nice couple shots onto from etc. But they're not sure what to do. Black just does get a huge pick onto etc. Which could signal the end for the Raiders if they're not careful.
Gordo's going even more aggressive in here.
Suzu. PJ does walk forward, able to find flip-flop as you see it started going out to the Widow. Viridium does find the other support from the Coconuts, but Cat's just able to find PJ in a second here. But it doesn't matter because the backup is there from the Raiders. Wait. Gordo and Red Cactus are just behind. Gordo's just on card with a nice hook, but the card does break it.
You gotta reset. You gotta get alive.
Him. Yeah, they do. As Turner does fall very low. Gordo does not manage to land the hook onto Viridium, but PJ does have the shatter. He looks to lay down the law onto Gordo, as well as Angel as collateral, but... Cat, what happened?
Okay, swap immediately. Do not waste any more time on this comp, please. Because, yes,
Under the May. The May Zen Sombra, actually.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think the Sombra. I like the Sombra against the Widow.
I did too. I mean, you're built towards a fight condition when you're towards a win condition of just one EMP in 2 minutes, which you can do. If you can get that, yeah, it's basically going to be game over here. But you have 3 ults you're building up for the Roseville Raiders, so they could turn this here if they're not careful. The Cancun Coconuts might play the food a little too much here. Might be a little too tender at this point.
Gordo falls so low, but due to really good support from Flip-Flop, able to keep him up, but Flip-Flop does fall herself. But they do manage to trade out Purple Jesus. Kevin Toyota just to secure the fight with the beat, even though it may not be needed as Gordo and Red Cactus on Hanzo.
Holy, Viridium actually just swagged out on the entirety of the Cancun Coconuts right there. He just dives in with the conch mine. He found Flip-Flop to start the fight, then dives in onto Angel with the conch mines, and Flip's gonna swap over on the Ana. They're gonna go a full dive composition here. I don't know if that's the play, honestly. Against the Junkrat and the Kirk, I mean, you could dive the Widowmaker, but what else are you gonna do? Whoa, Angel!
There you go. There you go. There you go. Viridium. Gordo does manage to find it, etc. on there, though. With a huge headshot from Cactus. PJ's hacked, but Nice User's able to cleanse both the anti and the hack at the same time. But Kev can't keep Kevin, PJ up. As Kev just pull himself.
I mean, like I said, I guess they're the Omega threat. The second that etc. falls, the entire team crumbles.
It is.
Viridium has Tire here, though.
Kevin Toy needs to touch.
Oh!
They get off for a second. PJ's coming in.
You know, they got an early pick on Angel, so, you know, I was like, oh, turnable here. But then they just jump on to the etc. kill him, and then I guess the entirety of the Roseville Raiders falls apart. Not exactly sure what happened there. I just saw a hack from Kat as she was on the low ground, and like just a lot of people died. I could honestly not tell you what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But well done to the Cancun Coconuts for being able to take down the Roseville Raiders. Despite their best efforts to try to fight back on the Rialto pick. So,
And in 3-0 fashion, so sadly the first win still eludes the Roseville Raiders here in the season.
yeah.
And honestly, this you know, I've said at the beginning of the cast, like they've been playing above what a lot of people expected them to. This match, sadly, they I don't think did that, but hopefully in the future they'll to turn it around.
Yeah, they have shown it many times as well with their last two matches, so it is definitely possible. Where with their next matches coming up, I'm not sure I exactly can remember which though.
I'm opening it up. They play the Rin and Jimmies next week, which honestly the Jimmies have also played above standard, but then you know, I think it's still winnable from either of those squads. So
that is true.
But then they face the Washington Overwatch team a week after that, so
still winnable.
Yeah,
Yep.
Still winnable.
So, what are we thinking for MVP for the Coconuts?
I don't know, honestly. It's a tough one. I think a lot of them played pretty well today, but honestly, I will give it to Kat. In my opinion,
I agree
because
with
I think Kat showing the flexibility like the Sombra as well as the Mei, swapping over to the support line as well on the second map. I think Kat just had an all-around very solid game. You know, there's not like a big pop-off player this game that the team wasn't alongside them popping off, because of course Godo had those charges and shatters, but the entire team was there to back him up as well for that. And I think, you know, Cat's walls, Cat's blizzards, I think all of it was just pretty good. I think just played a very good support for her team.
Yeah, a nice stable pillar around that core where it's able to just, they're able to build around it and play with it on whatever role Cat is on.
Yeah, we can go ahead and bring him in here for the interview.
Hello. Congrats on being the MVP for the match page.
Hopefully they're here.
Cat? Paige?
Wait. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Well,
Congrats on
yeah.
the MVP.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you know,
This
just
is, I'm excited. First MVP in GWL/Aurora.
Yo.
huge. I think it was
Let's go.
well deserved too. It just showed the flexibility today in both the Sombra, the Mei, and then the support line as well, of course, playing that Lucio. I think honestly it's all around a very solid performance for your entire team. You know, it's really hard for us to pick like the MVP player because I think everybody played very well today and it was all around a great team effort. But for me, it's just kind of like your Mei walls and the well-timed utility coming out from the Sombra. The hacks were good there, so I think honestly just those small little plays were good enough to tilt it in the favor for me picking you. So I guess I'll ask you what is the thoughts on, I guess honestly this season, because you know I hate to keep bringing it up, but it was a year since you last won a match. But now you're coming in here, you're playing with one of your best friends. You're playing with Angel. She picks you up, and then you guys form this roster around, but your strong suits, both your strong suits, and now you're going 2-1. You have a winning record. Your last match, not quite the best showing, but, well, you guys seem like a pretty solid team so far this season. So I just want to get your initial thoughts on how the season's going so far for you as a player, to rebound after kind of a rough start in Aurora.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to win games for a change. Yeah, 2022 was definitely not the greatest. We had definitely had some close matches, but the Cats curse struck in 2022. I love playing with Angel. Getting a chance to play with Derek this season as well, and also, the 3 rookies with Gordo, Praj, and Hyde. It's really good. I think, I'm definitely playing on DPS a lot more this season, which, I guess based on the comp with running Gordo and tank, I kind of have to play DPS. But I really enjoy it. There's a lot of comms going around. It's a good change of pace.
Yeah, it's definitely is, and it was probably harder this match as well because you were down Hyde and Praj as well, two of your rookies. So
that quick turnaround with 2 ringers was certainly impressive. It's something you guys have never played before, practiced kind of as that team unit, but you guys showed some pretty good coordination, especially on Rialto. I will say on Blizzard World there wasn't too much. It's kind of just Angel go kill on ball, but that's sometimes a good enough strategy, honestly, and it seemed to work out for you guys. So, Riddle, do you got anything to ask? Or if not, we'll take El Clasico.
I do not think I have any more questions. So, if you were not to be MVP and you had to choose someone from your team, who would you pick?
Can I give 2 answers?
If you would like.
Okay. First one would definitely be Jamie, coming in and ringing, playing BAP, that we know her play very well, and Kiri, just filling in that flex support role with Hyde being gone. And then the other one would definitely be Gordo. He had some, he definitely wanted to hold close on a lot of the maps we played, and then just swagging out on Brian and Tank tonight. So definitely those 2.
Some big shoes to fill for Jamie as she was filling for Hyde out of all the flex supports in the league, as well as the inspirational gameplay from Gordo, where it was a sight to behold, to say the least.
Yeah,
some good shout-outs.
That'll do it for our MVP interview. Again, congratulations, Kat, on your first MVP in the, history of Overwatch League. Well deserved, and hopefully more wins for you this season in the future. Best of luck.
Thanks, Booney. Thanks, Riddle. Good night.
Good night.
With that, that's going to do it for us here at the Aurora Overwatch Clash. We had a 3-0, I believe, as well on the other side of this bracket, so it really didn't matter what map we decided or what match we decided to pick to look at this Sunday at night. But we need to see who is our next match. We have a match on Tuesday for all you UK peeps out there. We have the Nessies and the Paper Planes coming up. Nessie's undefeated and Paper Planes winless, so will the tides turn? Oh, how the turntables, I believe, is the classic phrase. But until then, Riddle, anything you got to say before we send ourselves off?
I don't think so.
All right, one last reminder from me. And the merch store has yet again opened for another 2 weeks, so make sure if you're interested to purchase any merchandise from us to support the league, support our artists, make sure to look at Aurora let's see, what's the link here? I want to make sure I get this right before I spread misinformation on the internet. Make sure to check out auroraesports.org/AOC_season2/shop to find all of your merchandise needs. So yeah, for RiddleDog, I've been Booney. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your evening, guys.